Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin and this is my dog Potato, and he's being very unsettled at the moment. That's him talking, by the way. He is barking at something that he thinks is outside the door, but I don't see what it could be. So today I thought I would make a slightly longer version of my 10 ideas of things to do instead of spending money. Excuse the barking, but it's just kind of part of life. So I was going to do like a longer list of Christmas themed activities that you can do on a budget, and I guess rather than them all being free, some of them involve some small purchases, but it's nothing that would kind of break your budget. So why is it whenever he's in a video with me, he always has his butt facing you? Anyway, number one is to make a pomander. We did this at the folk museum before, and we've also done them at home. You just need an orange and a ribbon and some cloves, and you just stud the orange with cloves. And if he just farted in my face. Yeah, if you stud the orange all over with cloves, it helps to preserve it, and it releases such a nice Christmassy smell. And if you set it on the radiator, it kind of fills the whole house with the scent. And I just think it's a very mindful kind of craft to do, because it takes a while to sit and put all of the cloves into the orange, and then you just tie a ribbon around it so you can hang it up on a tree or whatever. You can do whatever you like with it. Number two is one that I mentioned before that I want to do really soon, and I've actually added the ingredients to my next grocery shop so I can show you when I make it, but it's to make some mulled punch, and I like to make mine in the slow cooker. I just make a non-alcoholic version because my partner doesn't drink and my kids obviously don't drink, so then everybody can enjoy it, and it's a really cozy warm drink to have when you get home, and it makes the house smell so good. Number three is to make cookies and decorate them, or if you aren't a natural baker or you don't really enjoy it, you can buy the like store-bought cookies and just decorate with icing, sprinkles, anything you want to put on top of them. I like to buy specific like Christmas sprinkles for this time of year, because we do bake a lot of cookies in general, just to make it feel like it fits more of a theme. So we have already done some of that, and we will be doing some more. I need to dig out the sprinkles I have in the cupboard. Okay. Number four is to make paper chains, and this is such an easy craft to do. All you need is to cut up strips of paper. You can use old wrapping paper if you have any, or coloured paper if you have any lying around from other crafts, scrapbooking paper, and it's so easy to do, and you can make them however you like, and it's a really cheap and easy decoration for Christmas. And it's also quite eco-friendly, because if you use regular paper then it's recyclable. Potato. And in the same vein, Potato! Shh! Stop it! Hey! Quiet! 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 And in the same vein, number five is to make some paper snowflakes. I had forgotten about these until I made them with my kids last year, and they're really easy to make. You can start really simple, or you can do ones that are a lot more detailed, and it's just a nice little activity to do that doesn't cost any money, and it's something that kind of keeps you absorbed for a long time. Would you stop barking? I feel like you bark in every video I make. Shh. Number six is to sing or listen to Christmas carols. I think this is a really good like free activity to do, because it just puts you kind of in the Christmas spirit, but away from all the commercial aspects of it. It's just simple, and if you aren't a fan of singing yourself, you can just listen to some Christmas carols, or you can also look for on YouTube. I really like to put them on sometimes, you know, like on YouTube, for example, you can look up like whatever atmosphere you want to create in your room. Like it could be like Christmas, like cafe and then have that on in the background. It just creates a nice ambience in the room, and it's quite often accompanied by music that fits with it too, so I'm sure there's lots of Christmassy ones available. Number 7 is to make salt dough decorations. This is something I do every year with my kids. It's so easy to do and it's really fun, and it's sort of a long process because you first make the salt dough and then you have to like roll it out and cut it and bake it, and then you have to like paint it and glaze it, and also when you're baking it, remember to put like a hole in it so you can put string or ribbon through it so you can hang them up, and we like to put glitter on them sometimes, and it's just become like a little tradition in our house, and it's so cheap to do. It's just salt and flour and water, so yeah, you can make whatever you want. You can cut out shapes using cookie cutters, or you can just like freehand it and make whatever you like with it. Number 8 is to go to a free local event, and I need to remember this week actually to go through all of the local events because they're updated so regularly that sometimes you miss things if you don't check often. And I think like if you start close to home, see what is on in your local area. There might be events that you don't know about, like a Christmas fair in a church or something happening at the library. I know they tend to have things like Christmas storytelling for kids. Sometimes there's like a little street market that's on for a day near my kids' school, and just if you have a look out, there are so many free events. You don't have to always jump to pay for the really expensive, extravagant ones. I feel like barking is just going to be the soundtrack to this video. Potato! Quiet. Number 9 is to make some festive pizza. This is so easy to do. You can either make your own dough, or you can buy like naan breads or baguettes and make your own pizza, and then just top it with your favorite Christmas toppings, like anything you associate with Christmas, like ham, turkey, stuffing, cranberries, sprouts if you like them. Like you can put whatever you want on it and be as inventive as you like, and it just kind of gives a Christmassy feel to something that could just be like a weekly activity in your house, but it just makes it a wee bit more interesting and festive. Number 10 is to do some Christmas draw-alongs on YouTube. My kids love doing these, but I think it could be fun for adults too. There's so many videos where there's like cute little cartoons, or you could look for things that are more detailed than that if you want, and you just copy along and draw along as they give you instructions on what to do. And then my kids love to colour them in and decorate the house with their wee pictures, and they do things like elves, and there's so many cute like Christmas cartoons available, and yeah, it's just a free activity to do and it's really easy. Number 11 is to make some easy Christmas fudge. This is something I try to do most years, and I tend to make white chocolate fudge with candy canes on top of it, but it's so easy to make. You just need chocolate and condensed milk and a microwave, and you can add whatever toppings you want, like any sprinkles or anything, and make it look as Christmassy as you want. You can change the flavours with it and play around with the original recipe, and then it's a nice gift for people as well. Number 12 is to plan party outfits just for fun. Like even if you're not going to any Christmas parties, just plan some fun outfits as an activity to do and dress up for yourself. I don't think you need to be going anywhere or like seeing anyone to get dressed up, and it just makes you feel more Christmassy. Just dig out all of your like favourite like Christmassy jumpers or dresses and try different combinations of clothes, and look for jewellery that might be hidden away, and just rediscover the things in your wardrobe and plan out party outfits, and then get dressed up on Christmas Day, even if you're not going anywhere. Like I've literally not left the house on Christmas Day, got all dressed up, and then just had the slippers on at the same time, but it just makes you feel good. Number 13 is to think of a simple good deed that you could do. I like to do this sometimes just because I feel like it takes the focus off yourself, and I think that Christmas can make people quite selfish nowadays because it's just so like consumer driven, and everybody's in such a hurry that it's hard sometimes to stop and remember about what the original meaning of it was meant to be. Or like I really like rereading A Christmas Carol to remind myself of that. And I just think if you can think of someone in your area that might need a little help, like a favour that you could do for them, or something as simple as remembering to give a Christmas card to like a neighbour who might be a bit lonely, or if you have cookies you've made, like give some extra ones to a friend. And I just think it reminds you to not get swept up into the craziness of Christmas and to kind of remember why it started or what its real meaning should be about. Now he's fallen asleep after all his barking. He must have worn himself out. Number 14 is to decorate a plant like a Christmas tree. If you don't have a Christmas tree, or if you just feel like making a plant look a bit more festive, you can add some simple decorations to it. You can add some fairy lights or some small baubles or whatever you want to decorate it with. And I just think it's like a cute activity to do, and especially if you don't have a Christmas tree or you don't want to spend money on one, it's an alternative to getting one. And I think sometimes if you're living on your own, like I've had times in the past when I lived on my own, it felt like it wasn't really worthwhile getting a Christmas tree, but it's like a way of kind of still making a little effort to do some Christmas decor without having to make any new purchases or go to huge lengths to decorate. Number 15 is to go for a Christmassy drive or walk to look at the Christmas lights, and I love to do this every year with my kids, as I've mentioned before in another video, and it's just become like an annual tradition. We like to put Christmas music on, get in the car, bring like milk and cookies, and just drive around and look for nice lights and kind of play spot the Christmas tree. Or like one year we just got wrapped up warm and walked around the kind of neighbouring streets and looked at the decorations and lights, and that was just as nice as well. And it's a low cost activity, especially if you do it on foot. You're not even paying for petrol. Number 16 is to try to make some roast chestnuts. We had these before at different Christmas events, and I just think it adds a real kind of Christmassy smell to the place, and it is a nice kind of traditional thing to do. I remember my parents made them one year in the oven and they exploded, so I actually would need to look up how to do it safely, but I just think it's a nice idea and it's like a simple thing you can do, and it's something that I think people kind of like don't do as often anymore. Number 17 is to make like a festive popcorn mix, and you can get whatever you want to mix together, but it's basically just making your popcorn a bit more exciting. Like you can make the popcorn yourself, or just make microwave popcorn, or buy a bag of popcorn and just mix it with like M&Ms or pretzels or sweet like chewy jelly sweets. And there's some of this popcorn mix that's available in Marks and Spencer's, and I really love it, but it's like £10 or more for a tin, and you can make it yourself at home so cheaply. So I think I'm going to do that this year. Number 18 is to decorate some pine cones. My kids have done this before and they really enjoyed it, where they used plasticine on the bottom of it to hold it upright, and then they painted the pine cone and decorated it with little pom-poms that they just kind of squeezed into the gaps, and they used pipe cleaners as tinsel, and it was just really cute looking. And I think that pine cones are a cheap way to decorate your house, and I think it feels nicer when you decorate with things you've put time and effort into making yourself as well. Number 19 is to forage for other natural Christmas decorations. Like I have done this before, where I've gone out and got some holly and brought it home. You can look for whatever you like that looks Christmassy to you, and if it's in a kind of public space where it's not privately owned, it should be fine to take a cutting. It's just much cheaper than spending money on like a real wreath or buying yourself like a Christmas bouquet of flowers. It gives you a Christmassy feeling making it too. The last one, number 20, is to have a Christmas movie marathon. Think of what all your favourite Christmas movies are, or vote as a family or with a friend and pick out your favourites and watch them together. Just make it into like a cozy jammy day, where even if you've been out, you can get back into your pyjamas and get cozy. I like to make popcorn, we all get under a blanket, and like I just think it's a nice way to spend the day, and it's so much cheaper than going and paying for a cinema screening of a Christmas movie, and you're still seeing the exact same movie. Plus you're in the comfort of your own home. You can put your Christmas tree lights on and you can just get comfy on your sofa and have hot drinks and just have the freedom to kind of like come and go as you please as well. And I just think it's a nice way to spend time with the people that you love, or to just like revisit your own favourite Christmas movies. I hope that this gives you some ideas for ways to celebrate Christmas without spending loads of money. And yeah, sorry about all the barking and now dog snoring, but yeah, He looks like he's exhausted. He's been walked quite a lot. And I'm going to go and get ready to maybe try and get a few Christmas presents that I can't get from a market. So yeah, if anybody wants to pray for me before I enter the shops, feel free. Thanks for watching, and I'll make another video soon. Bye.